It is time to begin. Between Lenny and Blake just talking back and forth, Lenny finally put his microphone over where he needed it to be.
Perfectly on time.
Goodness, stressing everybody out here, Lenny. What are you doing to people?
Nice try.
Are you?
Don't be sloughing it off on me, mister. I got to go pee.
Are you in the center of your line? No, you're not. You're not.
Right here.
Lenny.
It's right on my belly
You're not
button.
at all.
No, you're
we
not.
worked hard on getting you exactly framed in, and yet you still
Yeah.
work on your posture. Work on your posture.
Thank you very much. Very important. Very important.
All right, we have some new designs.
Yeah, I think they're
behind
great.
us here. New designs right there. We got the Florida flag and the bollocks, and over here, we got Long Beach.
I think they're very funky. I think they're very, very artistic, Blake.
There you go. Good job, Blake.
I think so.
Appreciate the improvement. All right, but you know where we're at, guys. We are in the
Bozard Ford Studio.
We're out of practice, that's for sure. All right, I apologize to Letty and Bo. We'll work on that and get it better, but we still appreciate how amazing you are.
At least
and
I was ready to go. Look at Lenny over here. Look at Lenny.
Okay, you need me for anything?
I was about to go into the reading.
I have my readings right here, Blake.
You guys stepped all over me. Our number one sponsor, you guys both stepped all over me.
But now we can focus on Bozard Ford.
Okay, both you shut your pie holes. We got an amazing group here, and we got to talk about. All right, Bozard Ford Lincoln in St. Augustine, their goal is to make sure your time and experience buying a car is stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Bozard is a family-owned Ford dealership that has been in business since 1949. Bozard Ford Lincoln has been the recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked #1 automotive dealership in the nation by Dealer Rater. Bozard Ford is also has won back-to-back President's Awards, which is the highest honor given by the Ford Motor Company. Check them out today online at bozardford.com.
Opposite the Castillo de San Marco, which was built to defend the city from their raids, is the St. Augustine Pirate and Treasure Museum, which houses the world's largest and most authentic collection of pirate artifacts, curated by Pat Croce and the Croce family. Included in the collection of over 800 items, exhibited in 40 immersive exhibits, is one of only 3 surviving Jolly Roger flags in the world, and it is pretty cool. It looks just like it. See the gold from Blackbeard's ship, the Queen Anne's Revenge, and the blunderbuss he used to steal and keep it. See, it would have been nice if they had Blackbeard's beard. Just saying. See treasure chests and jewel-encrusted weapons, as well as memorabilia from Hook and other pirate-themed movies. There's a scavenger hunt designed for younger guests to learn about pirate lore as they explore the museum, as well as a fully stocked gift shop. Put an eye patch on, grab your parrot as you experience the golden age of piracy, located in downtown St. Augustine, across from the fort.
All right. I got some stuff going on over here. I don't know what's going on, but I got to tell you about the wonderful people at Brightway Insurance. By the way, they helped me out just last month and got everything straight with my mortgage company, which was trying to mess with me. And Brightway went, he's my guy. All right. Since 2008, Brightway Insurance, the Casey agency, has been guiding St. Augustine through hurricanes, floods, fires, and more. Led by longtime local Ashley Casey, this is insurance done the brighter way. No confusing jargon, no one-way fits-all policies, just clear guidance, multiple quotes, and customized coverage that protects what matters most. With deep roots in the community and decades of experience, Ashley and his team make insurance simple, affordable, and personal. Visit them on the island at 108 Seagrove Main Street or give them a call at 904-217-7547. Brightway, the brighter way to do insurance.
Experience the art of Italian dining at Saint, nestled in the heart of historic St. Augustine. From handmade pastas to rich risottos and indulgent tiramisu, every dish blends authentic Italian flavor with modern elegance. Sip a craft cocktail, savor seasonal ingredients, and enjoy breathtaking views from their second-floor balcony or rooftop patio, where, on a clear day, you can take in the bayfront and even spot the lighthouse. At Saint, every meal is a celebration. Join us there and elevate your dining experience. And they have an elevator.
Yes, they do.
They do.
They do. And I got to tell you right now, we have the best group of sponsors possible. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get my stuff together over here. We have the best group of sponsors possible. We have A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing, Anastasia and Moultrie Creek Diner, Mr. Electric, Solar Stick, Abear Kreskin Associates, Anastasia Construction Group, Powell Heating and Air, Meehan's Irish Pub, A.D. Davis Construction, and, of course, last but not least, the St. Augustine Distillery and Citygate Spirits. I mean, you can't beat that group.
No, it's a great crowd. It's a
and
great
we
crowd.
actually do have 1 or 2 spots on Bollocks if there are sponsors out there that want to join that amazing team and that amazing group.
Let's see who we can find.
What happened to all this? Oh, they're back there. All right.
I tidied.
You tidied up.
I tidied.
You cleaned and it moved, and after Blake tidied, you tidied.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We have fast food.
Correct?
We have Venezuela.
Correct?
And what was the other one that was in the title, Blake?
We also have a happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
No. Unhappy anniversary. Don't be editorializing me.
Unhappy anniversary.
Right.
But in the title it says happy.
Yeah, it's because he's editing.
Yeah, well, because he's not
He's
a
the producer and director.
He's not a curmudgeon.
Hey, is anybody
He's not
happy
a
about this day? Well, yeah, maybe
Yeah,
one orange-headed person.
What's wrong? I'm happy about every day.
Well, fine.
You let one orange-haired person control your entire happiness. That's on you.
Yeah,
That's not on anyone else, and don't spread it to anyone else, especially in this studio.
Tell it to the
Be
people
happy.
in Venezuela. I'm very happy.
The
We're
people
talking
in
about fast
Venezuela
food.
were dancing in the streets, what I saw.
No, that was in Miami.
Oh, okay. The ones that got kicked out of Venezuela because of this jerk,
They're in
you're
Miami.
actually sounding like you're rooting for the cartel. You're the guy who watches Narcos
They
and
already-
roots for the
Okay.
cartel.
They already dismissed the charge of him heading a cartel because the cartel doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. The Cartel de Soleil or whatever it is.
Okay.
So they took that charge out of the portfolio because that cartel doesn't exist.
Okay.
Much like the guy in Congress today
Yeah,
couldn't
because those
answer questions.
cartels, they just go away.
No. They're just trying to.
No one steps into that spot when no one. Yeah, they just go away.
Well,
I
vacuum.
wish I lived in your freaking world.
It's a neat place, man.
Yeah,
It really is. It's a neat
Man.
place. A little spooky at
But you
times,
let
but
the
it's a neat
orange-haired
place.
man control your happiness. So let's do unhappy anniversary since
you.
we're already there.
Fine.
And we got their curmudgeon beside me. And I'm going to spread cheer.
Go ahead.
And I want you to tell me the unhappy anniversary. Who's unhappy? Because I'm very happy.
I would venture to say a number of Department of Justice attorneys who were fired in a mass firing for doing their job of prosecuting the criminals. The police officers who were beaten and are still suffering significant medical damage. The integrity of the
You
country.
can't just throw it out there without the context. I mean,
You want me to look up names of the guys who were twisted and died and committed
and
suicide?
please show me from CNN or whatever liberal bullshit you're looking at, because the people that got
Okay,
fired,
so
I'm sure they had a reason they fired them.
Yeah, because they did their job as career prosecutors and prosecuted people.
Lenny, can I explain real quick to my dad what the anniversary is? Do you know what the anniversary is, Dad?
No, I have no idea what he's talking about. I know it's like Three Kings Day. What are you talking about?
What's today's date?
It's
January 6th.
There you go.
Oh, see, you're stuck on this. I agree with you. What he said was horrible, but I'm not going to let him control our show. And if you try and do it, I'm not going to let you try and do it.
Fine, we'll do no
Because
current events.
That's
We'll
not
do
a
no-
current event.
It's a 5-year anniversary.
It happened in
5 years ago.
2021.
5 years ago.
In 2021.
Right, that's 5 years ago.
Okay, I agree with you. He made some very, very stupid, and he took zero responsibility. He could have stopped it, and a lot of people physically got hurt. But that
There you
was
go.
5 years
There
ago.
you
I
go.
don't live in the past. I'm not of that generation,
Look.
and you should not be either. You're of the Jones generation. That is a very millennial thought process that you have as a 65-year-old man.
It's the youth in me.
Yeah, is that what it is?
I don't
It
know.
might be.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
You should have grown out of that, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
And I think you're called the Jones generation or something like that. You're between the boomers and the Gen Xers. What's that generation? It's like from 55 to 65.
Okay.
That's where you're born, right?
58, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's called like the Jones generation
Never heard
or
that,
something
but that's
like that.
okay.
Blake, can you Google that real quick?
Maybe we're the Mother Jones generation, and then look out, buddy.
Yeah. So, but I mean, you should be more similar to a Gen Xer than you should a millennial. Or did you just skip right over this generation?
Which one?
The Gen Xers.
I still can't figure out who anybody is.
Oh, okay.
Millennials, Gen X's, we're up to alphas, zetas. It's like they started moving into fraternity language now.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sorry. January 6th infuriated me. Mm-hmm. But you know what? It doesn't live in my head.
Okay.
It just doesn't live in my head anymore.
Yep, Generation Jones.
Generation Jones.
Which is?
1954 to 1965.
That doesn't help. I don't need the timeline. I need what is Generation Jones supposed to be?
Evidently.
And coming back to that.
The brief definition, the bio of what a Joneser should look like.
Executive summary.
Dictionary.
Somebody Jonesing.
Yeah.
There's a whole paragraph. I can't read one. I can't. This is like a whole essay. I'm not reading all that.
You can pick out some key words.
I don't have time. I'm not.
You don't have time. What the hell else are you doing for the next hour? You don't have time.
I don't want to interrupt you reading this whole thing. Then you guys talk about fast read. It's like, oh, by the way, I have something about Generation Jones over here. I'm sorry.
I'll look the damn thing up.
I'll
Goodness
be here.
gracious, you're killing me.
Look at this.
Okay, yeah, but all you had to do is pick out like some highlights. All you have to do when something's written like that, you read the first paragraph, and then you go down to the last paragraph where it repeats itself.
See if it has an executive summary.
Yeah. And you could have found that by now.
Yeah, I know. Dictionary.com defines Generation Jones as a member of the people born in the Russell War between midnight. No, that's the same thing.
So, how are you?
You're in the Jones generation.
Apparently I am. I don't know what that is, but I am.
You are who you are.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
By
an accident of
all right,
birth.
Here. So, all right. So politically, most 20-somethings that are part of Generation Jones voted for Reagan in 1980 and 1984.
Nope.
You're never part of the most.
And plus, but
proud of it.
however, they also, however, Generation Jones, if some of them were still alive in 2008, they voted for President Obama.
Still alive.
Jesus, that's frightening. Holy cow.
Still alive.
Thanks for that, Blake. I'm sorry I asked for that definition.
We're still alive in 2008.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
He kicked you off in the 40s.
They didn't have a whole lot of faith in us.
He kicked you out in the 40s. So, but yeah, see, you learned something new today.
Right. Still gonna have to figure out what it really is, but that's fine.
You know, but I mean, I didn't think of this as an unanniversary. You know, the insurrection or whatever you want to call it. It wasn't an overthrow. They weren't trying to overthrow.
Called a riot.
It was.
Yeah, they were.
They were. They had no juice. They had no weapons.
They had a gallows.
Yeah. They had a gallows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They built a gallows and were screaming, "Hang Mike Pence."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man was doing his job.
And see that's when Trump lost me. Mike Pence had his back. Mm-hmm. I was not a big Mike Pence fan.
Yeah.
Mike Pence had his back for 4 years, ate all the shit sandwiches that Trump threw at him, and then Trump asked him to break the law. Mm-hmm. And you can look at it any way you want, and you can sugarcoat it any way you want, but that's what happened. And what he did in Georgia with the elections, those things happened.
And had he not won the presidency, he'd be in jail. Or
I don't think he'd be in jail.
I
don't think.
Well, he would have been convicted. How's that?
Yeah.
Well, he wouldn't have been, if he lost the election,
I can tell you right
sitting
now,
president.
if that was true, the Democrats have 4 years to do something with it, and it shows you how long it takes them to make a decision.
Right. Well,
So, and if the Democrats would have done anything within those 4 years, he would not be back in right now.
it was less.
It was a failed presidency on Biden's. And I'm not picking on Biden. Biden was just beyond his prime.
He was right. He was too old to do what he needed to do.
He was beyond his prime, and I don't think he had the wherewithal and the political strength or the gumption. And that's where Trump wins. His gumption level is extremely high, and he overplays his hand a lot. Mm-hmm. But things are moving. I'm glad Maduro's out. Anybody who says they're not happy Maduro's out, it makes no sense at all.
Let that be a corollary to the fact that he was a sitting president and Trump's a sitting president.
He wasn't, though.
Well,
he wasn't. That's where it's not true. He wasn't. He lost his election and refused to leave. He created.
Whoa, doesn't that sound familiar?
No, that guy left. The orange guy left.
After he found out that he wasn't sticking around because they were going to certify the election.
That guy.
Because he couldn't find 1,800 votes in Georgia. That's why he left.
No, he left. He did not.
Willingly?
Don't. See, this is where you guys screw up so bad.
By pointing out reality?
The fact that you can't understand, very simple, this man and this man are not the same. And the fact that you associate the two of them as the same, you will never win another presidential election again in your lifetime.
So
because you're a concept of reality. I'm a middle of the road guy.
Right.
I did not vote for Trump.
We know that.
And the fact that you make me constantly defend Trump makes me want to punch you in the throat.
Well, I don't know why you can constantly defend him.
Because you're
one's an
making
alleged drug
stupid-
dealer and one's a reputed con man.
They are not the same. President Trump lost and left. Maduro lost and stayed. He is not and was not a sitting president. He was a military dictator who kept his position even after the election he certifiably lost. Trump lost, came back and won.
Okay.
All right. And the reason he won again is because the Democrats failed at their job for 4 years.
Fair enough.
That is exactly the reason. So the two of them do not have the same association. Maduro was a killer. Trump is not a killer. Trump is an ass, but he's not a killer. So just so we're very, very clear on that. You're looking at me like you have evidence, which is another thing, is why you're going to continue to lose, because you're not in reality. You're not trying to fix any. Your Democrats aren't trying to fix anything. All they're trying to do is make the president look bad, make government, but you have zero.
All I'm trying to do is point out things that are true, and you just refuse to accept them.
What is true?
That he didn't kill people? What about the people that are now fish? What about the people that are now fish food that were either bringing drugs or fishermen or may not be? I know they're alleged drug dealers and they deserve to be blown up. So he killed people.
You know what, Lenny? You are so.
No.
This is why the Democrats. You're rooting for the freaking bad guys.
I'm pointing out.
And you're going to lose.
How am I telling you the reality is rooting for the bad guys? I'm not saying, oh my God, I feel so bad for these dead drug dealers. I'm saying he killed them. All I'm saying, apple orange, he killed people. Is that not true? Is that not true?
Yes, he killed bad people. He killed bad people.
You're calling them bad people. I'm just calling them people right now. Has any of that been proven? Goodness gracious. Did you get any drugs?
You gotta be shitting me. Right now, I don't even know if I can continue this conversation with you because you're living in such a ridiculous reality.
I'm living in reality.
You are not in reality. You're rooting for the bad guys.
I'm not rooting for anybody.
How can you have such a good heart? Because I know and I love you. How can you have such a good heart and then say, oh, the president's bad, but the guys in those boats that are carrying drugs that have been killing people in the United States, they've been killing people in the United States. And you're going to go, oh, well, we don't know that. That is absolute bullshit. Absolute bullshit. And I can't believe you are rooting for the bad guys. Your hatred for Trump is bigger than your love for American citizens. And that is why the Democrats will always lose. They will not win again for 20 years unless they change their mindset.
See, the problem between you and I right about now is the fact that I can deal in facts and keep my personal sentence out of this, and you refuse to accept facts.
So you're saying you have all the evidence of those people in those boats, they had no drugs.
Do you have evidence that they have drugs?
I believe in my government enough to know that they're not just going to blow up anybody. If you think they're just blowing up random fishermen, then I don't even understand why you're in this country.
Okay.
I do not understand why you're in this country if you think that they're picking and choosing and going, I'm going to blow up this fisherman. You have to be absolutely delusional if you believe that that's what our country's doing and you're staying here. If that's what you believe, you should not be here. Go with Rosie O'Donnell and the rest of the group.
Well, Ireland, nice. Yeah. Very green, I hear.
Yeah, go ahead. See how you like it there.
All right. So, how much drugs come from Venezuela to the United States?
I don't know.
No, you don't, do you?
No, neither do you.
Yes, I do.
You do not. You're not a part of what their intel is. You
Okay.
do not.
Fine.
You get on
So-
that Candace whatever train or what other
Who?
conspiracy train and take it down the road, because that you do not know. You're reading something off of Google, and you do not know what those men in those planes shooting down know. You do not know.
They know there's a boat down there. That's what they know. Mm-hmm. They have no idea what's on that boat. They've been ordered to shoot the boat. That's their job. They do it. They do it very well.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. However, they have no idea what's in that boat. Nothing's been brought to the surface. Nobody's been
want
proven.
them to protect me, and I believe they have protected me. If you don't believe, if you think the people in the boat are more innocent than the people shooting at them, then you shouldn't be in this
No.
country. You shouldn't be in this country. But I can tell you right now, there were drugs coming through Colombia by way of Venezuela coming into this country, and I believe that. I don't care if it's one thing of fentanyl, one American lost its life, and but whatever the drug is,
Okay.
You act like you're a professional in this field, and I don't.
I've looked into it.
Okay, we probably should change the subject because I'm.
So you believe
I'm
no,
disappointing
you believe
Here's
no
the beauty of our
information that's
country.
out there in the world from the UN, from news medias.
Why isn't the UN coming out against Trump right now?
They did.
What did they say?
They said he shouldn't have done it, and it's illegal.
How can they say that?
Because
Your guy put him in an indictment.
fine.
So we
they indicted him. They didn't go kidnap him.
What if we have to extradite? So we shouldn't extradite any criminals. So if a murderer murders here, a murderer murders here in the United States, he goes to Mexico. We shouldn't go get that
No,
murderer.
we've done that before, and we will continue to do that.
Well, that is no different just because he's got a title on top of his name.
Okay. So where's that thought that just left and came back?
I'm going to grab your microphone and give it back to you.
my voice doesn't carry.
Your tricep, your big tricep knocked it to the side.
You got muscles,
Yeah,
baby.
I'm very intimidated right now.
You should be. You should be. So so this guy was indicted by Biden,
Yes.
and Trump needed to do something to sag to buoy his flagging
Here's
poll
the
numbers,
thing.
and he goes and extradites this guy.
Maduro.
Fine. How does that square with the guy who was convicted? The president of Honduras was convicted of running. He's arrested in a U.S. court by a U.S. criminal, by a U.S. judge and a U.S. jury. And Trump says, "Yeah, we'll let him go because I want a friend in Honduras."
Well, that guy's time's not done. That guy's time is not done.
No,
If you
because
think
now he's on a leash for Trump.
that time is his time
Right?
is not done.
Right? He's now a Trump puppy.
Stay with Maduro.
Go ahead.
Because that's where we're at. You're deflecting like
I'm
when
just
you
trying
don't
to
have a
make
good
I'm trying to
argument.
make it equal to equal.
When you don't have a good argument, then people deflect.
Ooh, who does that, Donald?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So
Where do you think I learned it from? Look, a UFO.
Is your hair turning orange?
God forbid.
All right. Stay on Maduro.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So Maduro was indicted.
Okay.
All right. Maduro lost the election, stayed in, and was torturing his country. Maduro was in bed with China and in bed with Russia, who are two biggest threats to our country.
China and Russia.
All right.
And Donald Trump.
Lenny.
So all right, you said in January 5th.
You said you were staying with the facts. Staying with the
okay,
facts.
go ahead.
All right. These
Well,
are two biggest
that
threats.
will be borne out. Carry
I
on.
can tell you this. I feel a lot safer with Trump talking to China and Russia than I did Biden.
Fair enough.
Okay. I feel like, and I was a Barack guy, so I mean, I'm not a party line guy, but I feel safer that he's in it to protect, and he's got the wherewithal to protect us against those countries. So, do you think, and this is, you're sitting in Donald Trump's position,
Okay.
you know that ships are there from China and ships are there from Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he should have just let that happen?
No, I think we need to take care of China and Russia. But he's now opened the door for them to do what they want to do.
Why wouldn't you clean up your backyard before you go to the other ones?
Well, because Taiwan's going to be an issue, and he's opened the door for China.
Which
And
one-
how we doing
which
over
one's
in Ukraine?
Which one's a bigger threat to us? Are they coming all the way from China or coming from Venezuela?
Okay.
I can tell you if you get on a plane, which one you get there quicker to.
Okay, Venezuela got intercontinental ballistic missiles
But they could.
from China,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
from
could.
Russia.
And that's exactly what we just
But they
stopped.
don't.
That's exactly what
They
we
don't
just
need
stopped.
to.
What do you mean they don't need to?
China can reach us now. Russia can reach us now.
But it takes a little bit longer.
So where are you going to go run and hide?
No, we're not going to run and hide. We're going to pick them off from up top.
Okay, did you ever watch House of Dynamite?
No.
It doesn't work. It's a coin flip, as they say.
I watched War Games.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And that was scary enough. How long ago was that? That was in 1980-ish?
85.
Yeah.
1985. Yeah. And I know what happened with the missile crisis, which was right in our backyard.
Yeah, that was fine.
Okay.
That was also...
That was fine?
Yeah.
So
was it a completely different world then?
Well, do we want to go back to that world?
To a large degree, yes.
You want to go back to 1960 when the world almost came to an end?
And it didn't. How many other times has it come to an end?
How is this even logical? You're a smart guy. The fact that you just made that statement, I'm going to replay that for you.
Oh, that's a real.
You want to go back to 1961?
No, 1969, the Summer of Love.
Summer of Love.
Come on, man. Get it together.
I was talking about 61 when the world almost came to an end.
All right.
Okay, and in 1969, I don't know if you know this, but there was a little thing called Vietnam going on.
Yeah, I know.
When everybody was loving over here.
Right.
And there was a pretty nasty war going on over there.
And how'd that work out for us?
We played them to a tie. And you know why?
And now we're buying everything we can from them.
You know why we played them to a tie? Because we didn't have enough nuts to get in there and just take them out. Guess who's got enough nuts to take them out?
Okay.
The orange-haired orangutan.
So Nixon bombing Cambodia and Laos wasn't enough? Obviously not.
It was not enough.
Obviously not.
Because you know why? They didn't finish it.
That's right.
They didn't finish it.
You didn't get into the tunnels.
Yeah. Westmoreland didn't get what he wanted.
No.
So
he was a pat in the toilet.
Yeah.
Don't stop. Why are we stopping in Germany?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Westmoreland didn't get what he wanted.
Yeah. Well,
but I mean, it's much better to have preventive maintenance than to have maintenance.
Yes.
Any business, you've run a kitchen many times,
and
you clean that kitchen every single night, right? All right.
Yeah.
We got to clean the kitchen, and if Russia and China are in the Americas, little guy, I think it was our 5th president, kind of said, stay the hell out of the Americas. And every once in a while, we got to clean the kitchen. And that's what Trump's doing. He's cleaning the kitchen in China and Russia. It has less to do with Maduro and more to do with China and Russia.
Yeah.
So Honduras doesn't have Russia and China in their pocket.
So they let the guy go because it doesn't matter?
No. They let him go to get a bigger fish.
Who?
We don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
We don't know yet.
When the guy shows up in the dock, witness against Maduro, my dear close friend Nicolas Maduro and I said the former president of Honduras.
They're going to take the guy of Honduras and put him in charge of Venezuela.
There you go.
So,
well, again, the devil you know, the devil you know. I mean, they're right now. First of all, who won the election? Did the Nobel Peace Prize winner win the election?
Nobel Peace Prize
in Colombia.
Oh, I don't know.
Maria Machado?
I don't know.
Did she win the election or did she drop out for fear of her life, Blake?
I'm double checking right now.
I thought she had to leave.
I think she won, but she left. But then somebody else
left. Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise they're going to kill her.
Yeah, I think she left.
It was 2023. Maria Corina Machado. She was barred from participating in the elections.
Okay, so they didn't let her run. The guy who ran won, but Trump's not letting him be president. He's working with the vice president, who's there now, Darcy, whomever.
Vice president's there. Right. Josh just said no. The VP's there. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah. So
right. Yeah. No. The other woman is still deciding whether to go back to the country or not. Yeah. And there was somebody else who won. Some gentleman won, and Trump's not talking to him.
It was Armando Gonzalez. Here, I can flash the numbers up.
Right.
So,
okay.
So the CNE number is a government-controlled election board. The Convisla is like the independent body, like the human rights group supported percentage. So Maduro allegedly got 6.4 million votes, but the other guy allegedly got 7.4 million votes from the independent body.
Right. So instead of putting him in power because he, in theory, won the election, they're leaving the vice president there, who is apparently more draconian than Maduro.
Yeah.
She's a hard ass, and she's even worse.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So I bet she'll be more obedient.
Well, because Trump said, it could be worse for you, which means we'll kill you.
Yep.
So the United States was condemned at an emergency meeting of the United Nations Security Council on Monday for what even its staunch allies called the violation of international law and the capture of President Nicolas Maduro of Venezuela and the military incursion into a sovereign state. UN's top official, Secretary General Antonio Guterres, said the Trump administration had violated the UN Charter.
Where is he from?
The UN.
Yeah.
I don't know what country he's from.
What country he's
I don't
from.
know.
So
Could be Spain.
No, that's a difference too.
I don't know. Let's see.
Spain, who took money during World War II.
Well, Francisco Franco is still dead.
Yeah, he's still dead.
Right.
All right, I want to get to the economy. We have beaten that horse quite a bit.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we should move on. And I still love you, Lenny.
And right back at you.
You made me throw.
I love you too, Lenny.
You made me throw my pen.
Oh, stop throwing my notes at least.
And actually,
Are your notes still over there?
No, we cleaned them up yesterday, and by we I mean Blake.
Yeah,
Sorry about that, Blake.
Yeah, but you actually hit Lenny's camera when you threw the pen. I just saw camera 3 vibrate.
Oh, really? How'd I do that? I threw it over here. I threw it over here. All right. I want to talk about the economy.
He's Portuguese. Does that change your opinion on his vote? Yeah. See? You got to have the facts. You can't just go, oh, he's Hispanic.
Yeah. Well, you're the one who said he was from Spain. I didn't say it was
Well,
from
I was
Spain.
right next door. I got the Iberian Peninsula closer than you, Mr. South America.
I asked the question sincerely not knowing.
That's why we had to look it up.
This is the difference between you and I.
Right.
I'm completely okay with saying, I don't know.
Well, I just looked it up. I knew he wasn't from South America.
Yeah.
I just didn't know he was from Portugal.
Yeah. So somebody who's probably want to get money from, I wonder how much money Portugal gets from the U.S. or used to.
Yeah, right. until 2 days ago.
All right.
Because we're not punitive at all.
Here's some topics I want to talk about with the economy. Inflation. All right. So inflation is easing, but inflation still is concern. All right.
Okay.
I think it's a legitimate concern. And I think it's going to continue allowing interest rates to get cut. But I don't think inflation's not going down like Trump said it was going to go down. So, he blamed everything on Biden, and the inflation was it was that the economy is not run out of the White House 100% like the left and the right claim it is. There's
only so much he can control.
They both ride the wave of whichever way it's going.
And it tends to lag in back of them as well.
Yeah.
It's a trailing economy. It's not a leading economy. It tends to keep going after the fact. So Trump will be out of office, and the next president will either say, he left me a shitty economy, or look at how good I'm doing if he left him a good economy.
Yeah. And right now I'm in a very concerned what happened in the 1920s.
Okay.
All right. 1920s, 1926, the world was just crushing it. And the economy stock market was going through the roof. What happened in 29?
Crash, boom.
Crash, boom. So I have some of those concerns that are...
It's boom, not boon.
in my thought process. All right, sticking with the interest rates, we believe they're going to get cut a couple.
As soon as the new
times.
lapdog gets in there, the interest rates will drop precipitously.
We think they're going to get cut a couple more times. So
well, as soon as he changes, as soon as Jerome Powell's out, maybe one more with Jerome Powell, but possibly not. But I don't know if it's March. It's an M month. Is it March or May?
No, either one who's in there is going to get cut probably 2 more times before we see any balancing. But like you said, it trails. The economy trails. I don't think 2026 is going to be a great economic year, even though the information that we're going to get is going to say how amazing it is and how wonderful it is. That's the reason I wanted to bring up this topic. All right. Here's something you and I disagree with, and that is trade and tariffs. The ongoing trade policy impacts, particularly tariffs, are seen as significant drag on the global trade and growth. So what's happening is the tariffs gave us an immediate
influx
of cash, but there is now resentment that is going to continue. It's that residue that follows the wave is going to continue, I think, in the economy. And I think that is going to hurt us in 2026.
Well, businesses were absorbing the majority of the initial tariffs as long as they could, and they're at the point where they can't any longer, so they're going to have to pass it on to the consumer. Now, the interesting thing is going to be what happens with the Supreme Court decision, which is supposed to be imminent. And if they, and there was some speculation that his tariff policy wasn't going to be supported by the Supreme Court, but we'll see what happens, because you still got Alito and Thomas, and I'd be stunned if either of them vote against the president. Yes, Blake.
And looks like that. Looks like reports are coming out that the decision is supposed to be coming out on Friday.
Nice. Well, that's when they do most of their decisions.
And that's going to be really interesting to see, because my mom, who works with a local hot sauce company, she also does like lots of gift sets as well. They come out of China and like Vietnam and all that. So when we know the decision about the tariffs, like she's immediately calling like Walmart. She's immediately calling the suppliers like, hey, where's my money at? I would like the money that we paid on the tariffs. Where's that at? It's like to the government.
The question is, do they get it back?
Yeah, they paid it
that's
up front.
That's going to be a whole ball of wax. Because you know what? If that happens, everybody's, and it could take 20 years for those people to go through all that paperwork to say, I paid this, and this, and now they want it back, and the U.S. Treasury is going to have to give it back to them. So that's going to be very interesting, because all of a sudden the money that was floated into the Treasury is going to float out of the Treasury.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that. So that's Friday. That'll be very interesting to see what happens, and I'm not quite sure which way it's going to go.
Yeah, and that causes inconsistency, and that causes problems for the economy. So that's why I'm saying
uncertainty is not good for an economy.
I think 2026 is a balancing year.
Right.
I think once they set the rules, like after Friday,
right,
the American businessman can stabilize us.
Right.
Okay, so I have confidence in the American. I have confidence in the American businessman. Once they know the rules, they usually can overcome it. All right. Here's the other one that we talked about, the tariffs. This is the other portion, the labor market. So it's mixed predictions, with some forecasters anticipating a rebound in the activity after the potential slowdown early in the year. So they're expecting, maybe second, third quarter, which is where I think the stabilization might actually come into play.
Possibly. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
I think the first quarter of 2026 is, people are talking about it in the tourist industry and some of the other things. I think it's going to be, everybody's going to take a wait and see, which means they keep their hands in their pocket. The money's still there,
right? But
they're not letting go of it.
I was going to ask you this earlier. How's occupancy rates in January now?
We're slow.
Okay.
We're
slower than anticipated, or than last year.
Slower than last year, but I mean, regionally, and like I said in the Business Journal, they quoted me yesterday. We're in a very fortunate situation because people buy closest to where the excitement is. Mm-hmm. So, if you go to Disney, the Polynesian's always going to be full. Right. We're kind of that. Our hotels are strategically located close to where stuff is. Mm-hmm. So we'll fill up before, we might be down 5%, but if you're out on the interstate or you're out further away from the heart of things, you might be down 30%. So our hotels, we understand our hotels is not a good gauge of that, but we kind of have a feel of it starts with us and then goes in the other direction. So
if you're near an activity generator, there's obviously going to be a market for you. Mm-hmm. If you're, in Sheboygan and there's nothing going on, and there's not a dry oats festival in Sheboygan.
Yeah, I think a hotel in Palatka is really in trouble.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
I think to put it in perspective, I think those things, and when things slow down like this, people stay 4 days instead of 7.
It'll be interesting to see.
And that's a huge factor.
Oh, yeah. It'll be interesting to see if in the upcoming month or two, You start seeing ads for Universal and Disney saying that their prices are being lowered or we're having sales or come on in.
That's never gonna. That's never gonna. Like they're never really gonna say like, oh, they might say, oh, it's hey Florida residents get this huge discount, like to say like 30%.
Not that huge a discount, by the way.
Yeah, but however though, I don't see a time like in the like near future where Disney World prices are going to drop. I
can tell you right now, and I'm going to Ecuador for a week.
Right.
I'm going to Disney for 3 days.
Okay.
I'm going to Disney
World.
Same? No. I'm going to Disney World for 3 days. I had a friend of mine who works at Disney who gave me 2 park hopper passes. They're worth about $300 each.
Yeah,
I had to buy one more. I'm spending more. Now, I'm driving to Disney.
Okay.
All right. 2 of us are flying out of country to Ecuador.
Yeah.
Includes all our food and everything for about 60% of what I'm paying at Disney for the for that weekend.
Yeah.
For that weekend. So, there has to be some balancing and some regulations there. And Blake, Disney's going to have to
adjust
to the market.
Right. No doubt about it.
And that's just you're a big NASCAR fan, Blake. NASCAR almost priced themselves out of, and they did. Actually, they did price themselves out of being, at one point, they were the most popular sport because they were a everyman sport. And then they became a Rolex sport. And at that point, they lost all their attendance. They lost a lot of their fans. And and now they're rebuilding themselves. Disney's about to do that same thing.
We can talk about this part of this tomorrow and see if the NFL is going to have that come to Jesus moment, because they're getting very expensive to go to an NFL game or a baseball game for that
those
matter.
Stadiums are expensive, and those are billionaires asking the people to pay for them.
Which is rude.
And even the people that are paying for them and then they're upping the prices on top of them. So they're double dipping on their own fans.
Yeah.
And that also will burn out. NBA's in really bad shape.
Yeah.
NBA's in really bad shape. So yeah, go ahead.
That's right.
Yeah. Sorry, I mentioned something real quick about NASCAR. Sorry, I have Herman Kissinger in the background, so we were talking about Venezuela earlier. But another thing about NASCAR is going. I saw on even though they are started go and look on the resale market for the Daytona 500, tickets are like 200, 300 for the best tickets, for the best 300, 400 section level tickets at the Speedway. That same tickets, $300, $400, will get you the general admission for the Miami Grand Prix, where you don't see any of the track and you only just look at the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, you see, and then you watch the screen the rest of the time.
No. Not even that. Not even that. You don't even get to look at the track.
Wow.
So you get hearing damage and you can't see a car.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, it's an exciting sport.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
And
we could go. I think we priced it. We could actually go to Dubai
for chocolate.
And no, for Formula One.
Okay.
Cheaper than we could go to Miami.
Go figure.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
No, it doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, but you want to fly in Emirates, so maybe you should go.
But that's where the United States is going to have to balance itself.
Well, I mean, this could be one of the reasons why the NBA is going to the what was that mid-season thing that the who won that, by the way?
The Knicks.
Thank you very much. They got crushed last night by Detroit. I was telling Blake. They were within 1 at the end of the first quarter.
You jinxed them.
And they lost by 1,000 points.
You jinxed your own team.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. By the way, that reel did very well.
Thank you.
There was a lot of laughs.
I don't doubt it. Fine. You know what I say? When the Knicks win, you'll be eating crow.
Yeah, Willis Reed's coming back, man.
Get up, Willis. Get up. I tell you this story all the time, that there was a big picture of Willis laying on the floor in Madison Square Garden after he blew out his knee in the finals. And I would walk past that every day when I was going to restaurant school. And I would say, get up, Willis. Get it. It was in the Duane Reade drugstore at the bottom of the escalator into Penn Station. Oh, it was gut-wrenching. Gut-wrenching. What a ball player he was.
Yeah. No, he was a great leader.
And that's why they're doing these 3-on-3 things too.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like
I'm telling you, the NBA's in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NBA's in big trouble. And
plus that not only does it concern the going to the games, but also watching the games as well. Because the biggest thing that you like right here in Florida, we have the FanDuel Sports Network, that costs $20 a month to just watch the Orlando Magic games here because we're blacked out.
They're just frustrating their fans.
Right. And how much money
that's
is...
what happened with NASCAR. NASCAR fans got frustrated, and they went away. They have come back.
Yeah.
But not at the level, level that where they're at.
It's cyclical.
And this is another thing that baseball makes me so mad about. All right, and this is not going to sit well with a lot of baseball people. In the 1990s, when the strike hit, baseball was in the same position the NBA is right now. All right, they were struggling.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you know who saved baseball?
Mark McGwire
And Sammy Sosa.
Okay, hitting home runs.
And Barry Bonds.
So the answer is for the players to take steroids?
Juice.
No. They turned their back on the people that saved them
Right.
and said, we don't need our players anymore. We don't need our fans. And basically, baseball has revived because they understood now that it's about the fan experience. Mm-hmm. It's not about taking care of these millionaire players that are playing a game for entertainment. I mean, I can tell you right now, I know I could have hit 200 in the major leagues. Right now, that's acceptable in the major leagues.
What a shame. How ridiculous.
You know, and I'm telling you right now, the only reason I didn't make it in Major League Baseball is because I wasn't talented enough. And I love people that I know that I've played with and played against that said, "Oh, I'd have made it if I hadn't blown your knee out, or I haven't made." No, you wouldn't.
Right.
If you were that good, they'd have waited.
Right.
But I'm telling you, Major League Baseball, professional sports, I think, is in trouble. I think NFL's in trouble.
They're pressing themselves out of the game. And it's
the
not
Dodgers,
helping.
the Dodgers are killing baseball right now.
Right. They're buying everybody.
They're killing baseball right now. And these professional sports can't get out of the way of themselves. These streaming networks
that's the answer right there.
are saturating everything.
How many channels do you have to watch the NFL?
4?
All right, let's
Maybe
see.
more.
All right, let's see. So we had the big three: Fox, CBS, NBC, ABC/ESPN. Then you have Prime, Netflix. I believe YouTube streamed the game as well.
YouTube and Apple.
Yep.
No, I don't think. Not yet, Lenny. Not yet.
You sure?
And here's the beauty
yet.
of it. And Bobby hit on a great point. Okay, and thank you for taking me there, Bobby. He said, and I think he said it in jest.
Yeah.
The NBA should drop their subsidizing of the WNBA. Okay, WNBA and those women who say they should get equal pay, then they should bring in equal money.
Okay.
And that is. I'm not saying that it is a business. It is not it's not a sexist thing. I preferred when I coached, I preferred coaching women than I did men. And I can tell you, so there's definitely a spot, but to say that they deserve equal pay when the NBA is 100% supporting the WNBA, don't say you should get equal pay.
Yeah.
So go out there and get your own endorsements in. If your value is what your value is,
Okay, well,
I do
except-
think I definitely do think like the superstars of the WNBA, like a Caitlin Clark, are already getting their.
they're getting their endorsements and they're getting their money.
They're getting their
but they're
endorsements.
hustling for themselves.
Yes.
And that's where the advocates have to be. So,
okay, but the WNBA is filling their stadiums at a 94% capacity. Now, some of them are smaller stadiums. Again, you don't want to believe it or believe it.
I don't want to
What
believe
is
that.
it? Just believe or don't believe.
I'll tell you what. Us buying a WNBA ticket, I want to see what it looks like.
Okay, where are we going?
You tell me. I guarantee.
We go to Liberty, go to New
Let's
York.
see.
No.
Give me a team, Blake.
Play at the Barclays. Watch the game at the Barclays Center. Ugh.
Yeah, give me a WNBA team, Blake.
Is that where they play? They play in Barclay or Madison Square Garden?
Just give me a damn
Las
team.
Vegas Aces.
Gosh dang.
Yeah, that'd be more fun. We can
Like
go there.
pulling teeth.
Don't tell me about pulling teeth. I had to go next week to go get a new cap next week.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
All right. Tickets. Okay, I'm getting tickets. I'm going to go on Ticketmaster. I'm going to Las Vegas Aces. 94%. Then there's no way that they even need to be subsidized. So why are they taking money?
Don't know.
Why are they taking money from it? So
Their attendance is up. WNBA attendance is up 156% from the previous year. NBA has declined at least 2% over their 82-game season. How long is the WNBA season? Probably less
They're
games,
half
too.
as many games.
35 games, like
Okay,
regular
so it's
season.
about half, yeah, less than half.
All right, let's see. So here's the numbers for yearly attendance. The highest ones are we have the Golden State Valkyries. That they play their games at Chase Center, where home of the Warriors. They're around 18,000. Indiana Fever, because of Caitlin Clark, 16,560. New York Liberty, 16,323.
Where do they play? Does it say?
Fever play at the same arena as the Pacers. Liberty play at the same arena as the Brooklyn Nets.
Okay, so they're in Barclays.
4,000 people is a minor league team.
Yeah, but Sparks play at the what used to be Staples Center, but only get 12,000 people. Storm 11,000,
Okay.
and then Aces.
How is that math 94%?
I'm just showing you what it says here, man.
No. I mean, the size of that stadium is 20,000.
Mm-hmm.
The highest one was like 15,000.
Okay.
All right. That's 75% on the very highest team. All right. So that's why one thing with Liddy, the one thing I am good at is numbers.
And the one thing I'm not, but that's neither here nor there.
But I mean, Blake, when you looked at that chart, what would you say the average if you how many teams are there? 18?
There are let me count 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 14 teams.
14 teams. All right, you take the 14 teams, the average, it looked to me, just taking it at a glance, I'm going to say it was about 9,000. Most of these stadiums are 18,000 to 20,000.
Give or take.
That's less than 50%.
Yeah. Well, according to this, they're selling out a majority of their games, and some of them have sold out all their season tickets.
Mm-hmm. And that's
the
I
Aces,
think
the
that's
Wings, the Dream.
Writing.
But however, let me show you another graph real quick. This is the average. This is the highest growth, like the highest growth between teams. So there is a substantial growth.
They're growing.
Yeah, they are growing.
I'm not taking away, but they're about to expand, which is going to saturate.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. And the team that's averaging 4,000, I think the Jumbo Shrimp averaged that.
Well, that's because Bobby goes to every game.
Bobby's a supporter. He's there
right
for him.
there.
He's there for him.
All right. So they had 154 sellouts in 24. They had 45 sellouts in 23.
Mm-hmm.
The league averages is 9,800 fans in 24. Highest attended average in 22 years. 25, it went up to 11,150 per game.
Yeah.
So
that's not 94%. That's
well, it's 94% increase. It's not 94%.
I thought you said 94% capacity is what you said.
I believe it was.
You said capacity, and that's what threw me off.
Don't need him.
So 94% capacity is hard to get. I don't even think the NBA performs at that level.
And so what I showed you was the just only for the home games originally with this bar graph. This is the graph for yearly attendance for all 44 games this year. The highest one was once again the Fever at 713,000.
That's the Caitlin factor, yeah.
Yes, that's the Caitlin factor. So their average was around like 16,000 people in the arenas.
Okay.
So according to this, the arenas are filling at 94% capacity, and many games selling out, and they're doubling the attendance of 2022.
Hold on,
And that's a bogus number just by that stat.
What's the source though? Because it might be a WNBA broadcast partner. Is it ESPN?
No, it's an AI hallucination. Don't be silly.
All right. I'm going to try and get one ticket. I'm going to
So does this mean we'll go
I'm
to
randomly picking up a ticket.
Do they? Who's in who?
I'm with the Aces.
Okay.
100 level.
It matters if they do dynamic pricing, like it's more expensive if they're playing Indiana than if they're playing me.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So see if there. So obviously see if there's like a difference between like a Fever game and let's say a Washington Mystics game.
Okay. Yeah. I can't manipulate it that quickly, guys. I'm just trying to find one ticket because at 94%.
See, it's sold out. You got to be sitting in the rafters, man.
Yeah. No. I'm on Vivid seats. I'm on a third party one, so that's not going to work either. So, and that game was against. I didn't even see who it was against. Oh, that was season tickets. Oh, okay. Sorry. One ticket against the Sky. How about that?
Okay.
All right. And that's parking. I don't need that. But basically when you say 94% capacity, the numbers, like I said,
That's what they're saying.
I think that's a number that maybe the NFL might be at. Because I mean, you've been to Jaguar games.
I have.
All right?
A couple of them.
You've been to Jaguar games. The game we were at against the Jets, obviously it wasn't at 94%.
Because it was the Jets. See, the NFL is definitely opponent related.
But to be at 94%, that means only one game can be like that.
Yeah, but also though, there also is a level of scarcity compared to like the NBA compared to Major League Baseball though. Like because you know you at least have 81 games to go to in a regular Major League Baseball season, but you also have like 8 to 9 home games in the NFL season.
And you said 11,000. These stadiums are between 18 and 20,000.
Most of them.
So that's
19,
that's
yeah.
54%.
Okay.
It's off by 40. So that's why I'm saying.
Well, whoever it is,
chat's not always being honest with us.
Well, that's
right.
they hallucinate more than I do.
That's the final component of my rant about the economy here.
Well, we're up to unemployment, but the question is AI going to crush labor?
Yeah. Well, and
robotics more importantly.
That's AI is the next component and the next unknown.
Because we're still living through the robotic age.
Well, and the thing is, AI is the biggest unknown in our economy to me right now. And that's to me the one that scares me the most. When I made my prediction yesterday about NVIDIA, and I think NVIDIA is going to go strong for the first 2 quarters. Mm-hmm. Something's going to get invented and created. They seem to be ahead of the game more than anyone else right now. But there's always a bigger dog that comes along, and NVIDIA wasn't always the big dog.
I think allegedly Samsung is building the next generation chip.
And these chips are going to advance quicker than the economy can keep up with it. And I think you're going to see, just like I said in 1929, everything was cruising along until October. And you kind of fly too close to the sun. And that's where I think AI is flying too close to the sun right now. I think they need to kind of pull back on the reins, be guarded a little bit, slow roll it a little bit. One of the things that I think the U.S. government does very well is they have technology that they let the rest of the countries catch up with.
Right.
And then they boom. Barbara Jean worked at Grumman. She knows that there was a foreign plane section and a U.S. section that was worked on. The French planes that they worked on didn't get the same thing that the U.S. planes got.
Well, that's good.
And I think NVIDIA needs to kind of take a little bit of that procedure, slow things down, or they could run into what I was talking about yesterday. But greed gets in the way.
Yeah.
And that's the U.S. too.
Yeah.
Greed gets in the way.
Think? Oh, yeah.
Greed gets in the way. And by the way, Bobby, when I threw the pin, I hit exactly where I was aiming. I didn't hit a camera. I hit the softest spot on the screen. So my accuracy, I was actually
way to back out of that one, boss.
I was actually very happy with my accuracy because I hit right where I hit the softest spot right there. I did it again, exact same spot, right? So Bobby was questioning my accuracy.
It's a mighty big target you got there, brother. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
The interesting thing is going to see what happens with the oil because the oil companies don't want any part of Venezuela right now. I think Trump wants to suck all the oil, but he's not going to get it for the time being because the infrastructure doesn't exist there now. But if he stops it going to Cuba, Russia, and China, we'll be fine that way.
That's where I think his strategy is. Right. And
if we can't have it, they can't have it.
Months ago, the reason I was frustrated, and I'm still frustrated with Germany, is they complain about Russia, but yet they're the number one buyer of Russian oil. And and then they want the U.S. to come over and help them out. And
why aren't we selling them all our stockpile of oil that we have so much of?
Yep. So we're holding on to everything. You're just putting it in the bank, and I don't understand it.
Well, he's got to replace the strategic petroleum reserves because if you ask him, Joe Biden gave it all away to lower gas prices.
Yeah, that's he didn't give it all away.
I know.
He might have eased some pain, but he didn't give it all away.
No,
and
there's plenty there.
That's his political talking point that stretches reality.
Well,
hey, very exciting show today.
Right. We've calmed down.
Yes, we still love each other.
Absolutely.
I told you I loved you in the middle of my argument.
I know.
So
Just to temper it down.
Yeah.
And you know what? And Julie wasn't watching the show today, so we're safe.
oh, Julie, if you watch this one, whew.
She'll watch it. She'll watch it later.
Whew. So, but thank you guys. We
See you
appreciate
tomorrow.
you. Thank you to all our sponsors for letting us get our rants out, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, it is. It's the wrong kind.